Hello. Well, there are a few things I'm sort of clearing up with this video. And the first one is I have a confession. No, it's that way, isn't it? I have a confession to make about my video about Parastoo Ahmadi. So I'm going to be telling you about that and telling you what I'm going to do about it. And I'm also going to be telling you about what's happened to Ms. Ahmadi and her partners in crime. After I've told you that I'm Granniopteryx and I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. Okay, so it seems that Miss Ahmadi is not in prison right now, but her team are also not in prison. They're on remand. They've had to pay swinging fines, bail, and the government of Iran, or at least the judiciary part of it, are hunting down anybody else that might have been involved in the performance. So you see, this is serious stuff. The investigation into the case of Parastoo Ahmadi, the 27-year-old singer whose concert defied Iran's strict laws, has been expanded to include its organisers, the judiciary spokesman said on Tuesday. Ashghar Jahangir announced that a case was initially opened in a Tehran court at the instruction of the city's prosecutor. However, after determining that the alleged offence occurred in Qom province, the case was transferred to the Qom judiciary for further proceedings. Earlier this month, singer Parastoo Ahmadi challenged Iran's strict dress code and ban on female solo concerts by performing with her band in an undisclosed caravanserai. The concert, which she called Imagine, featured Ahmadi, as you see here, with bare arms and no hijab, and also singing solo. The Iranian government, in its wisdom, has decided that a solo female singer is no longer, kosher. I believe it's not kosher in Judaism as well, but that's what happens when you let religious people loose on women. Anyway, she performed solo, it says here, and appeared in public without a hijab, and as I said, wearing a spaghetti strap dress which exposed shoulders. Okay, so what I did... Oh, hang on, before I get on with that, she was released on a 30 billion rial bail. Now, 30 billion rial is $38,000 apparently. Just look at the difference in the value of the money. I'm quite sure that a rial didn't go into billions against dollars once upon a time. Just look what's happened to the Iranian economy. Anyway, $38,000 bail. Members of her band, who were also charged, were released on a 20 billion rial bail each. That's $25,000, which is, they're young musicians. That's a huge amount of money for them, no doubt. And I suppose their families would have had to chip in. So that's not trivial. Ahmadi was first arrested in it doesn't. The YouTube video garnered over 1.5 million views. Now, I want to tell you here that I explained in my last video. If I remember, I'll leave a link in the description to it. I explained that when you play music or any performance that is copyrighted by any company or creator, then if you put it out on YouTube, I've had it happen for just a few seconds. I remember maybe a couple of years ago, I put in about 10 seconds of Joel Grey singing Willkommen from Cabaret. It was like 10 seconds. I spoke in, so I was speaking over part of it, and then I gave it a couple of seconds. I don't know why, but it seemed good at the time. And then I started speaking over it again. So there was 10 seconds of clear song. And I got a copyright strike, and I appealed it, and they disallowed the appeal. So I thought that by putting Ahmadi's music up as much as I had done, there was no way I wasn't going to get a copyright strike. And I even made sure of it by, those of you who saw it will notice that at the end, I put up the whole picture without my face in it or any sort of channel stamp on it. So it was just a straight retransmission of what she had been singing. And that's a sure way to get a copyright strike. Nothing. So those brave, reckless heroes didn't even put copyright on their performance. They just wanted it out there. Well, so I monetized the video, imagining that I'd get a copyright strike and all the monetization would go to them. And no, it's all coming to me anyway. I mean, it's not a lot, not with my figures. However, I am now in a quandary because I am making money out of something I didn't expect to be making money out of. So I shall have to donate something to some Iranian cause or other. And what I've been doing is I've been messaging a few people who are on the internet who are Iranian, asking them for suggestions, either about how to get money to Ahmadi, I shouldn't think that's really possible, or what Iranian causes in the United Kingdom might be legitimate, because of course the last thing I want to do is donate to some Iranian government thing. So anyway, that's what's going on. So that's the situation. Now let's get back to Miss Ahmadi. Yeah, Ahmadi was arrested. She's now free on bail. I do hope she manages to escape the country. I can see that she and her team. But apparently there are more people being netted in because the caravanserai has been closed, and there must have been other people involved, like sound engineers, I suppose, electricians, whoever helped set them up, whatever. And they're all being investigated as well. So there's probably quite a few people being trawled in by that net. So, I wanted you to know what happened with the... there we are. What happened with this concert and what happened with my broadcast. Now, I shall... that's serious. I'm going from the sublime to the ridiculous, really. I am going to tell you... I've got some stuff here. Inspired by my New Year's Day jokes, or New Year's Eve jokes, some people sent in their own jokes. I wish you'd have done this earlier when I was asking for jokes for Christmas. I could have done a lot more, couldn't I? However, they did these, and look, it is New Year's Day, so there is something still we can laugh about. And so I'm going to read you some of these jokes just to finish off with. Now, one of them was in response to my joke about the snail that was mugged by two slugs. And the joke was that after the snail reported the crime about being mugged by two slugs, the police asked to describe the events, and the snail said it couldn't because everything had happened so fast. And somebody added, an additional thing. But it happened so fast, but I can tell you it was two homeless blokes. Get it? Snail, slugs. time for a sound effect. Right. Now, next one. A chap goes into a chip shop and says, "Fish and chips twice." And the shopkeeper says, "It's okay, I heard you the first time." All right, now the non-PC one. There was a noisy protest in the streets of London and the devil turned up. Well, the devil is there anyway. But the devil became obvious. You could see him. The protesters ran away in fear and the streets were quickly empty, except for one old man who sat on a bench smoking his pipe. The devil approached the man and said, "All the people were afraid and everybody ran away. But you're still sitting there. Don't you know who I am?" The old man puffed on his pipe and then he finally said, "Yeah, I should know who you are. I've been married to your sister for 40 years. All right. Now here are two literary ones. Okay, the first one. Anagram solvers can't tell their ears from their bowels. Some of you in foreign lands might not know there's an expression about somebody being so stupid they don't know their arse from their elbow. Well, think of ears and bowels and just throw the letters around. All right, and this one, which is, who headed the pedants' revolt? I said pedants, not peasants, right? Who headed the pedants' revolt? Which Tyler? You'll have to look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, those are the jokes, folks. And this is the welcome news that Miss Ahmadi is out of jail. I hope for better news that she is out of Iran pretty soon. I do beg her to leave. There is a limit beyond which bravery becomes just ridiculously brave and of no avail. You're much better off coming to some Western country, which is still Western, at least for the time being, and singing to us than sitting in some jail in Qom. As a matter of fact, people might ask, why am I concentrating on this lady? I mean, she's in a faraway country of which many people know little. Well, what goes on there comes here. It's a global world now. Viruses of the mind travel. And as it turns out, there's plenty of evidence that the Iranian state is embedding itself in various institutions here in Britain as well. And we have to be aware of that and wary of that. And the sooner that evil empire is taken down, I think the better for all of us. And Miss Ahmadi is, well, she's at the sharp end of this, isn't she? And deserves our respect and our support. Okay, well, there you are. That's my report for today, New Year's Day. Till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.